Alright, I am in Golan Heights. Never heard anything about this place before coming here. On a map, it's internationally recognized as part of Syria, but in the portion that I'm in right now, it is occupied and administered by Israel. I just got in. It was an arduous journey to get here, so I'm definitely going to relax for a night and sleep it off. But there is amazing, beautiful landscapes around here, so starting tomorrow, we are doing some trekking. Check it out. Alright, it's day one. I woke up before sunrise successfully. Don't do that very often, but got a lot of ground to cover today, and it's supposed to be hot midday, so it's like an hour and a half walk just to the trailhead. I'm in this like small town right now, so I'm not really having much luck hitching a ride here because, you know, it's sunrise and it's Sabbat, so nobody's out here, so that's probably just going to be part of the walk, but we'll see if we get lucky. Alright, well, this is the trailhead, or at least this is where the guy said it was going to be. I don't see any signs or anything, but there's a road, so let's go for it. Well, this road took me to a bunch of dumpsters, but it does appear to open up to like a massive field over there. I'm trying to make my way to the forest, but it's an hour away on the map, so it's easy to get lost out here because none of these roads are on Google Maps, but this goes in the direction that I'm trying to head, so guess we'll just hike in the general direction till we make it. Kind of looks like abandoned farmland, doesn't it? Just walking through a massive field right now. I didn't see a single person in town, much less for miles out here, so I could just belt bluegrass at the top of my lungs. Got the whole place to myself, boy. Alright, I think I'm on an actual trail now because I did just see some warning signs. I wonder if they're important because it was in Arabic and Hebrew, but this is sort of a trail. Like behind me you can see like a sort of a walking path, but then you also have stuff like this, so I think I'm on the right track at least. I've encountered the first difficulty besides being lost. This is all pretty much swampland, so I'm kind of like leapfrogging between rocks. It's been 10 minutes. I'm trying to find a good route here, but well, made a bad step. I figured once my leg already sank up to here, it was too late, so I just trudged on through it. But yeah, now we get to deal with mud in the shoes all day. So I'm walking along. There's a barbed wire fence here, but somebody snipped a little hole in the bottom here, and I'm wondering why, so I'm gonna go check that out and see if there's anything cool over there. Got bit by some stinging plant, but I'm here. I just climbed down that wall, which is a bad idea because there's absolutely nobody out here and I got no service, so if I do snap my ankle or something, it's gonna be some 127 hours. One thing that just occurred to me I didn't think about is that barbed wire fence could have been the dividing line because I am pretty close to because I am out in the middle of nowhere and I departed from the part of Syria that Israel's occupying, but it is pretty darn close to the part that Syria is occupying. So sometimes in places like this there's no border, sometimes the border is, say, a barbed wire fence. It doesn't seem like there's much of a border here, but it would make for a pretty funny story though, because that's the reason I'm banned from Brazil, is because I accidentally, these dudes are like, yo, where's your visa? And I'm like, here's my Argentinian visa. Oh, I'm going down there. I'm in like my own tropical paradise right now. Got the place to myself. Can skinny dip, do some rock climbing, do some swimming, cliff jumping. It's pretty sweet here. I've been traveling light out here, man. Everything I need is in this bag. For like the last month, just been hitchhiking around with a school backpack. So if you look at Google Maps, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and it looks like I need to go this direction. But this kind of looks like private property, doesn't it? I mean, it's got barbed wire on it. Like, it's not, this isn't one of those trailheads where it's like, oh, keep the cars out, but this maybe looks like it could be a doorway, but I think I'm not going to risk it. I think this is just somebody's yard. Very good time right now, but I can't resist, man. There's an ancient ruined civilization over here. I gotta take a detour and check this thing out. Man, kind of looks like an entire village, huh? A lot of buildings over here. Cool thing about walking around with no trail, you stumble onto stuff like this. I ended up having to hop another fence because I'm just hiking around and came to a point where it's blocked off in both directions. So like the trail splits and there's a no-no sign and a fence blocking both of them. But I've already been walking for hours and I gotta make it to the road, so I mean, it's not like it's being patrolled, nobody's out here. And you know, if we really think about it, it's Sabbat right now, it's Saturday morning, and so if I'm on the Israel side, even if there's park rangers, they really shouldn't be driving around looking for me, right? Because they're not supposed to be working. Oh, almost stepped in more water. Not that it matters now because my boots are already soaked. Now I could squeeze under this barbed wire fence by putting my belly to the ground, or I could take the little little squat path. Clearly people have been doing this before. Let's see. Ow, fuck. Ow. Okay, so there's some natural barbed wire happening as well. That's man-made. Ow. This happens every time I've gone over or under a fence. Nature bites me in the ass. So I hear a waterfall, or at least a rapid flow of water down there, but even I'm not crazy enough to go down this way, so I'm gonna see if I can find a less steep incline to check it out from. I'm very tempted to go down there and do some swimming around, but I know every step I go down in elevation is a step I'm gonna go back up in elevation, and this cliff is huge, so I don't think it's worth it. I'm really tempted to hike down the side of the ridge and take a swim in there because I've been hot all day, but I'm thinking about how much time I have and how far away I am from where I was trying to go today. I think I'm gonna have to skip the waterfall. Alright, I can't resist. I gotta go back. It looks too cool. Yeah, I made it down to the falls. I saw where I was standing earlier. Met this couple named Raz and Shir, and they had these juicy strawberries. Raz was like jumping off the rocks into the water, so I was like, hey, is it cold? He was like, yeah. He meant like Wim Hof cold. I just meant, is it unpleasant? He was like, no, like you can't. I jumped off after him, and he was like, yeah, you can't stay in the water for more than a minute because your muscles will start to like tense up and you'll just get stuck. And I did. It was like pins and needles. I could feel, oh, the lighting's changing. It was like pins and needles. I was in there for 30 seconds and my skin started getting really hot. Everything started like tensing up. Yeah, it was beautiful though. It's definitely worth it. I gotta focus on this hike up now, the elevation. I knew what I was signing up for, but What's this? Could it be the consequences of my actions? Whew, we meet again. Look at this guy. I wouldn't have noticed him, except I'm moving so slow because this terrain is so rugged. Looks like I'm finally back at the top of the cliff, though. Ow. Every time I go over or under a fence, I pick up some nature on the way. Ow. I'm just gonna leave it there, man. I'm getting tired of picking this stuff out. So I'm at the nature center, and apparently, I don't know if the camera can focus this close. Oh yeah. Apparently, the army is running drills around here. There's areas where they're firing, shooting guns, and then there's areas where it's closed due to army maneuvers. That's a good thing I'm on foot then, huh? It's funny, you know, on the way in, I was on a bus and I kept seeing these bus stops in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around. And people were getting on and off of them, and I was like, I don't understand, you know? And now I'm one of them. I'm hiking along the side of the road, ain't nothing around. And here's my bus stop. I made it to the main road. I'm bored, I'm waiting on a bus. I don't know when it comes, but I know I'm at the right stop because I see the numbers on here, so. The only trouble is figuring out where I'm going via this extremely helpful. You know, do you want illegible or illegible? I don't speak Arabic or Hebrew, so. I see the number of the bus that I want, and I'm on the side of the road that is in the direction that I want to go. I'll take it over walking at this point. Off in the distance, it's coyotes. Alright, man, I'll be the first one to tell you when I goofed up. It's starting to get cold, sun's going down. It's going to be a cold night if the bus I'm counting on doesn't show up, because I'm miles and miles away from the nearest town. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so here's hoping. To be honest, though, I've been dodging bullets this whole time, like literally and figuratively. I didn't know that there was a couple firing zones on those trails that I was going down, and didn't know they did maneuvers, didn't know there were hyenas, wild boars. So, you know, the bus is going to show up for sure because I said so, and because, you know, everywhere I go, the more free and unhinged things are getting, the more they seem to be working out in my favor. So, and hey, worst case scenario, I can always hike it back to the nature reserve and sleep in the bathroom, you know what I mean? It's not as cold as Kashmir, man. This ain't nothing.